Elena Bell from Baker putting together a real nice game here as they get towards the conclusion of game number 5 on 17 and 18 Baker University. Out of Kansas, bowling unopposed here. And Elena leading the way right now, can shoot 232 with all 3 in the 10th. And a great shot there from Megan Carpenter. Terrible break with the stuff 8-pin. She still has a chance with the cover to get into the 2 teens. Her second bowler, Courtney Rogers, working on a strike and get to 216. So we have 3 players eyeing 200 plus. Just at the halfway point with St. Ambrose and Marian University over on 15 and 16. We mentioned Ashlyn Stolings of Wright State had the front 7. She ended up leaving the Greek Church to start her 8th frame, so her string of strikes did not advance past that, but still has a chance at another really nice game. Real nice shot from Caitlin Keith from St. Ambrose, makes it 4 in a row, the anchor player for the Fighting Bees. Tough game there for Caitlin Lacey. She'll finish with 1 of 44. As mentioned, Courtney Rogers up next, number 2 player for Baker University, working on a strike. Max score out there right now for Baker, 966. Going to keep that for at least one more shot. Double on the 10th from Courtney Rogers gets her into the 2 teens. Nice 3-bagger there. For Marion's Kylie Case in the 2 spot. Kara Campbell will be stepping up next, looking to add a strike of her own. She struck on lane 16 last time she was up. And another one. 214 final tally for Courtney Rogers. Christina Harris. Max score of 160. Out far right of your screen. Three in a row for Becca Deering as well. So Marion finding a little momentum here. You can see a lot of the players migrating farther left for the right-handers. As to be expected, we did see quite a few people playing direct at the start of the day, but .150 finish for Christina. Elena Bell. Real nice game so far. Early three-bagger. Double in the 6th and 7th has stayed clean. And another nice shot. It's a well-bowled game right there. Elena Bell. Looks like she's only been at 3 events so far this season, leading into team match games, but through 18 games has averaged 187 here in the early portion of 2019-2020 season. They'll bring in the sub for the fill ball. Max of 9.54 still out there for Baker, with Megan Carpenter stepping up. Her first shot of the 10th frame, far right of your screen. She finds some hold and all 10 back. .204 finish for Carpenter, 9.44 for Baker here in game number 5. So we'll have a little break before their next game. Once again, 19 teams in the field this week on the women's side, so we do have a vacant team. Now we'll have some time to focus on St. Ambrose and Marion, as they'll finish up game number 5 just in frame number 7. And folks, if you're looking for some new bowling gear, be sure to head on over to USBCBowlingStore.com, the official store of the United States Bowling Congress. Also have a lot of great deals going on with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all taking place over the weekend, so be sure to be on the lookout for those. Been a few ads on social media as well, so check it out. USBCBowlingStore.com. Coming up in Game 6, we'll have Mount Mercy, Huntington, Ball State, and Newman on our featured pairs. Baker with 944. We'll see in a moment if Caitlin Keith of St. Ambrose can keep it going. She has struck on her last 5 shots after a spare in frame number 1. Caitlin getting into the middle part of the lane, letting the pattern length provide the hold she needs, and just making some really good shots here. She's up and ready to go. Frame 7. As you can see, doesn't change a lot of direction there. Fairly direct. Around 15 at the arrows, and really doesn't navigate too much farther right than that. But another great shot, 6 in a row. Wright State's going to have a chance to put up a nice game here. One pair to our right. See what they can max out at. Looks like they'll get to 1,043 here in game number 5, so Wright State looking to continue to cut into that lead Mount Mercy put up. They moved into second part. They gained some ground. Cut it to about 140, 150 pins last game after being about 220 back. 1,043. Obviously, Mount Mercy, a very talented squad. They can put up some numbers too, as we've seen today, but some good, consistent efforts right there. Allowing for an opportunity to put themselves back in the mix. Looks like Ball State has already concluded Game 5, and they have made their way over to 17 and 18. They'll be bowling with Newman on that pair. So we got the 8th, 9th, and 10th to go. Bree Smith has been bowling well today. Had 255 in Game 2. As you can see, getting into a somewhat similar part of the lane as Caitlin Keith. Looks like she creates a little more revs. So she's probably a little bit creating a little bit more angle through the front part of the lane, but a similar idea, not giving away the 1-3, and she's having a nice game. That's 3 in a row for her. Hannah Jarrows will look to match the effort. Another nice game there, clean through 7 with a double. She's stepping up looking for 3 in a row. All right, Caitlin Keith looking to add 1 more here for 7 in a row. No doubter. Just letting the ball not get right. Taking care of business, 7 in a row. That is a perfect 8th frame for the Fighting Bees as well, and this could be a game to really put them back in the mix as well. Depending on what Mount Mercy is doing this game, they could be quickly making up some pins because they needed to. They were down 225 heading into this game. They currently still have a 260, a 240, and a 290 out there. Taking a look at St. Ambrose throughout the course of this season so far, and they have a lot of versatility, I would say, based off of just looking at averages accumulated so far, depending on how many games and events. But there's a lot of players coming in here can fill frames for you, get you what you need. Caitlin Keith, the high average for the team so far, 199.56 through 23 games, including a top 5 finish at the Mid-States. Bree Smith not too far. Kristen Swank, Addie Nelson all averaging better than 193. Kylie Case had a 3-bagger earlier in the game and going to get that 10-pin out of there. Set up her 10th frame and gets 214. Addie Nelson makes it a double. This St. Ambrose team, a chance at a number here. $1,100 definitely out there. Kara Campbell delivers a strike for Marion. We have 2 in a row here in the 9th. Kristen Swank now up for the Fighting Bees, looking for a second double to set up the 10th. See right now the St. Ambrose team communicating well, making good shots, really putting themselves in a great position here. It's seen scores have been a little tough to come by, but got to take advantage of these opportunities, and definitely not going to be pleased about that missed single pin. We'll see if Caitlin Keith can pick her up. Looking for an 8-bagger. Another good shot, and it was a little right, but got enough to mix it, but just couldn't get enough to kick over the 7. A little trouble for Bree Smith to start. Staring down a washout. But 1,100 plus still available for the Fighting Bees as they head into frame number 10. Great cover right there from your leadoff player. That's what you want. Solid number 1 in the lineup. Throw together a few strikes, but now you can rely on her to fill those frames, make those difficult conversions. You like that washout right there. St. Ambrose lineup once again, 1 through 5, Bree Smith, Hannah Jarrows, Addie Nelson, Kristen Swank, and Caitlin Keith. For Marion, it is Katie Wallace, who is looking at the 6'10 there. The leadoff spot, Kylie Case second, Kara Campbell third, Becca Deering fourth, and Lindsay Lehman in the 5 spot. Once again, coming up next, Mount Mercy, Huntington, Ball State, and Newman on our featured pairs. Before we call it a day here from Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois. My name is Aaron Smith. Thank you for joining us here for women's competition at the National Collegiate Team Match Games, the 4th Tier 1 of the 2019-2020 season. So wrap up the final frame here. Some trouble for Caitlin Keith. But is going to have one heck of a game here. Going to be the second fighting bee in the 240s, along with Bree Smith. But they give some pins back to the field here, but still going to have a nice game. 1,040 for St. Ambrose. Becca Deering, 207 leading the way. For Marian University, Lindsay Lehman finishing things up. She can get to 166. So with a strike on the fill ball, Marion will get to 892 this game. It'll put them at 890. So that's going to wrap up game number 5. Nice performance by St. Ambrose. 1,040, but as we saw, Wright State 1,043, so they kept even with them. Didn't give any pins really back, but didn't gain on them either, which I feel you want to do that in those situations, but we'll see if both teams can keep the momentum going heading into the finale for today. So with game 6 coming up next, our final game here on Saturday. Mount Mercy and Huntington, both making their way to 15 and 16, so we should have a fairly quick start with that. Ball State has been ready to go. They're just waiting on Newman University, so I'm not sure where the Jets are at, right? Jets are way on the high end of the house, so, or a low end, excuse me, so looks like they still got a frame or two in the 10th left to go, so they should be here fairly quickly, but that's what we got for right now. We got our teams. We're going to be starting up game 6 momentarily. Our presumed still tournament leaders, Mount Mercy and Huntington, and then Ball State and Newman coming to the lanes here. National Collegiate Team Match Games 2019 from Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois. My name is Aaron Smith. Wrapping up the men's first day over at St. Clair Bowl. Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens on the call over there, about 20 minutes away. So hang tight and we'll be ready for the finale in just a moment here on Bowl TV. So Abigail 1. So 2. Oh, Madison's 2?
Madison's 2.
Oh, Madison's 3. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, no problem. That's cool. All right, everybody. Game 6 underway here on our featured pairs. And as you saw both across the screen and in the chat, we do have team scores updated through game number 5. The name at the top of the standings hasn't changed, Mount Mercy, but their lead has shrunk once again. The Mustangs 5,111. Wright State has pushed itself on the right side of plus, though. So 2 teams averaging better than 200 now. Wright State at 50-22, so they have slowly cut into this deficit, and now just about 90 pins out of the top spot. So nice job by the Raiders. To do some work the past 2 games to put themselves in position to finish strong and put some pressure on Mount Mercy heading into tomorrow. Sitting in 3rd place, St. Ambrose. They've kind of had a hold on that spot the last few games, 49-40. And there's some distance to 4th place, West Texas A&M. The Buffaloes moving up a few spots into 4th, 47-59. Lindenwood in 5th, 47-49. Baker in 6th, 47-21. Grandy in 7th, 46-23. Campbellsville 8th, 45-84. Lewis in 9th, 45-69. And Newman rounding out the top 10, 44-86. Huntington also on our featured pair in 11th at 44-37. And Ball State 16th at 41-12. We do not have single scores, so keep an eye out for those after the conclusion of the event here. We will do our best to get our hands on a copy of both the Day 1 team and all the individual standings, and we'll have a social post, the Sport of Bowling USBC on Facebook, at USBC on Twitter, at US Bowling Congress on Instagram to get you the final look. We did not get them after Game 5, though, so we'll make sure to run those down at the end of the day once all scores are accounted for. We do have some lineups available for our competitors at the moment. We'll start to our left and move to the right. So kick things off with Huntington, who is A, B, C, D, and E, far left of your screen. Their lineup to start, leading off is Kaylee Iorio. Kendall Collins is second. Dayanaria Garza third. Brianna Fish fourth, and Amber Elliott in fifth. For Mount Mercy, I went up to Coach Andy and asked him any changes. He said, nope, we're still rolling. So their lineup hasn't changed. Leading off is Ira Aminuddin, Kayla Stammer in second, Sydney Urban third spot in the lineup, Cassidy Curry fourth, and Riley Blood, their anchor bowler, who's going to be stepping up looking for the front four this game. Mount Mercy looking very strong here in the early going. Ball State currently up on lane 17, although they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the scoreboard. Their lineup is going to be Morgan Trippy, Cassidy McDonald, Haley Aker, Kyra Irizarry and Melissa Bashong, they're 5th. For Newman, we have it listed in the chat already. But Abigail Franklin leading off, Madison Douglas 2nd, Addison Schiffelbein 3rd, Carly Sullivan 4th, and Casey Collins bowling 5th. Looks like a 9th and 10th frame to go over at St. Clair Bowl. There we go. For our men's day 1 competition. So Daniel Fairs and Shannon Sellens wrapping things up over there. They'll be back. They'll be the early squad once again tomorrow. I believe their start time is at It is at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, 8:45 local time here, Central. We're just outside of St. Louis. For the women, 10:15 a.m., so half-hour difference, 9:15 local time. At the conclusion of today's traditional games, we will have a greater look of not only the overall team standings, but as well as our all-tournament teams. But of course, we'll come back tomorrow, all Baker tomorrow, so it'll be fast and furious. The pace and business definitely picks up. We'll have 5 4-game Baker sets, so 20 Baker games total to add on to our 6 traditional games. Total pinfall determining our champions. We will have a position round with our top 4 teams. Located right in front of us here, lanes 15 through 18, so with that being said, I would definitely feel with the early leads they've built up that Mount Mercy, Wright State, and St. Ambrose will be 3 of those 4 teams. They've been the standout teams so far throughout competition. So it's going to be A who's going to be taking over that 4th spot because there's quite a few teams within striking distance with 1 game left to go here. And then question B, is anyone going to be able to challenge Mount Mercy? We've seen Wright State start to cut into the deficit. But a real strong start here in Game 6. Including another strong start from Kayla Stammer. We saw her have a big game last time on Bowl TV, except they were over on 17 and 18 that game. I have to say, really liking this Mount Mercy team. Although we've been at a few of the same events, I actually have not covered women's competition yet this collegiate season, so this is the first opportunity getting to see all of these teams actually compete on the lanes. I'm liking the composure. I'm liking the shot making from this team. As we noted, a pair of second place finishes so far in the power rankings in their first two Tier 1 events. So it'll be fun to see how they finish this game out. They shot 1,020 and change in Game 3 when we caught them. And right now, nothing would make me hesitant to say they can do that again. One pair to our left, their closest competitor, Wright State, looking to find some late momentum. They're in the 8th frame already over there. Nice shot there by Kendall Collins of Huntington. Delivers the double. Nice cover there, the 5-7 for Huntington's Brianna Fish. Three in a row for Ball State's Haley Aker. She's off to a nice start here. Riley Blood, Mount Mercy. Gets them to mix up. 5 out of 6 to start. Great shot from Newman's Carly Sullivan makes it 4 out of 5 here in the early going. Halfway point on 17 and 18. Final game of Saturday's competition. Already in frame number 7. At 15 and 16, Mount Mercy and Huntington. Once again, a little bit later tonight. Keep an eye out on the USBC social media channels for some score updates here from the National Collegiate Team Match Games. If you don't follow or like the pages already, be sure to check out the Sport of Bowling USBC. Give it a like, give it a follow at USBC on Twitter and at US Bowling Congress on Instagram. And hello to our good friend Chris Pulliam in the chat. Hi, Chris. Hope you had a good holiday. Hope everybody out there has had a great holiday weekend so far. It appears Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens have wrapped up day 1 of men's competition over at St. Clair Bowl. And updating some of the standings for young Daniel over there. It's see Marion University out to the lead after 5 games. But pretty close after that. Lindenwood, McKendree, and Lincoln Memorial all in the mix as well. Right now on the women's side, as we mentioned, kind of a 3-team race. Mount Mercy, Wright State, and St. Ambrose have kind of created some distance between themselves and the rest of the field. Mount Mercy has been the team to beat throughout competition so far and has led after every round, including a statement 11:04 to kick things off today. So the Mustangs have been continually successful here on our 45-foot condition today. Riley Blood just cruising along, anchor for Mount Mercy. Nice shot there by Newman's Madeline Douglas. Haley Akers' string of strikes ends at 3 for Ball State. Pretty good shot, leaves the 4-pin. or at least I mentioned, this is really my first opportunity to see women's competition this year. I've for all the collegiate events I've been to so far, I've been teamed up with Emil Williams Jr. He's covered the women's portion. I've covered the men's teams. So a little bit different here this week with Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens. But been talking a lot about this Mount Mercy team. They've been impressive. But Ira Aminuddin is a freshman this year. She is their leadoff player, all the way from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Been very impressed with the 2 games we've had them on so far. She's been very, very good. She was the early leader in the individual standings after 2. Our last update was after 3, and her teammate Kayla Stammer, senior on the squad, was leading the way at the halfway point. So again, we'll get a full recap on our USBC social media outlets at the end of the day. Cassidy Curry up now, looking to bounce back. Last time she was on this lane, left a washout, but makes a much better shot here. All 10 back. Player we've seen develop through the junior gold system over the course of the years, and turning into a very talented collegiate player as well. And it's fun to see that progress. See folks find success at that one event as younger players and kind of continue that on. Four out of 5 strikes for the Mustangs there. It does not look like Wright State's, they're not going to bowl bad this game, but I don't think they're gaining pins on Mount Mercy. Wright State 1 pair to our left. Had the opportunity for some nice games for sure, but some miscues along the way. Probably had them given a few pins back to the tournament leader. A little momentum down the stretch here for Huntington as well. Finding some strikes here late in game number 6. Max score right now for Wright State is going to be 953. So Mount Mercy in position to increase its lead. Stored here at game 6, Riley Blood up on the approach, far left of your screen. Can't dig the 10 pin out. Gonna drop her max into the 250s. But the Mustangs doing what they needed to do here to make things a little bit easier on themselves heading into tomorrow. Once again, total pinfall. Determining the champion this week after 6 traditional games and 20 Baker games. So our lineups here one more time as our teams get into the 10th frame for Huntington. It's Kaylee Iorio, Kendall Collins, Dayanaria Garza, Brianna Fish, and Amber Elliott. For Mount Mercy, Ira Amenudin, Kayla Stammer, Sydney Urban, Cassidy Corey, and Riley Blood. Looks like Newman and Ball State will be pretty close to the last pairs done. I think everyone else is already in the 9th frame, so we will get as much time here as we like, which is nice. That's what we like to do. Extra bowling into your weekend. Ira's going to finish at 2:01 for Mount Mercy. Kaylee, 2:04. Kendall working on a string of strikes here, looking for 6 in a row now. That shot goes a little bit high, 3-6. She can still get to 224. She's able to close it out.
Panic is optional. You do not have to keep your equipment here. That is just for sectionals now. So you are not required to keep your equipment here. However, if you would like to, you are welcome to the Empire boxes.
Amber Elliott for Huntington putting together a nice game. Comes in a little bit light, leaves the bucket with the biscuit. 2-4-5. 7-8. Took off her 10th frame. Still gets 213 with the conversion. Cassidy Corey, 3 in a row. Her max score 225. Just getting ready for frame number 9, Ball State and Newman. .938 finish for Huntington. They were in 11th place, so that'll be an opportunity to potentially gain some ground for Mount Mercy. Strike will get them to 1060, so they're essentially gaining 100 pins. On Wright State after they finished in the 950s. Highlighted by a fantastic 246 from O'Reilly Blood. All right, folks, I do apologize about the inconsistent feed we've had here for the past few minutes. The internet has not been cooperating the way we would like it to. It's amazing how that can throw a wrench in your day, but we're still here for the final few shots. Newman and Ball State going to be the last two ones to finish up here, so Newman's Casey Collins up to finish the 9th frame at the moment on lane 18, and then Newman will move to 17, while the Cardinals of Ball State will move to 18. Once again, the lineup for Ball State: Morgan Trippy, Cassidy McDonald, Haley Aker, Kyra Irizarry, and Melissa Bushong. For Newman, it's Abigail Franklin and Madison Douglas, Addison Schiffelbein, Carly Sullivan, and Casey Collins. Morgan with the 4.710 for Ball State. Here's Abigail. Gonna need some help. So big finish from Mount Mercy. Just going to swing the momentum the final two games we saw from, or games 4 and 5 from Wright State, which had done a nice job of cutting into the sizable deficit that had been built up just based off a big time start from the Mustangs. Mount Mercy, like I said, really impressed here. With this Mount Mercy team, so excited to see if they keep it up tomorrow, or see if there's another team that's going to make a run. Madison Douglas a chance to get to 204 for Newman. Well, we had some numbers over there on the men's side. Just got the official scores after 6 sent from tournament director Shannon O'Keefe. And a total of 4 teams are better than 400 over at the moment. Marion leading the way, 65-29. McKendree, 64-88. Lindenwood, 64-70. And Lincoln Memorial, 64-24. Looks like there was a 300 from Jordan Shepard, Marion University, but he finished with a 300 and a bookend 279. It was not enough to get around Mac Leitner of Lindenwood. Some big numbers up there for sure. Nice shot for the double there from Addison. Haley Aker finished with 200 even for Ball State. Trouble there for Kyra. She kicks off her 10th frame. And once again, as we get to our final few shots, just a reminder, we'll have scores, updates, and more available on the USBC social media channels, the Sport of Bowling USBC on Facebook, at USBC on Twitter, at US Bowling Congress on Instagram. Competition for the men will start tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, 8:45 local time here in the greater St. Louis area. The women here at Bel Air Bowl will be 10:15 a.m. Eastern, 9:15 local, so a half-hour difference will be the start time there. I want to give a shout out to our tournament director here at the Women's Center, Dale Strom, taking care of everything here for us, as Carly Sullivan looking for a strong finish here, 237 out there for the Jets. See if Carly can add one more here. Finish in the 220s. Going to lead the way for the Jets here in the finale. Casey Collins will wrap things up for Newman. Melissa Bushong for Ball State. No one else bowling at the moment. Good shot there from Casey. Just can't get the 10 to cooperate. Melissa working on a strike. She can still get to 212. Strike on the fill ball for Casey. We'll get Newman to 933. Sorry about that. I got our camera knocked a little bit. There it is, 933 for Newman. And 882 for Ball State. So, folks, that's going to wrap up day number 1 here from the National Collegiate Team Match Games at Bel Air Bowl for women's competition. The team that impressed the most today, Mount Mercy. Big final game here on Bowl TV to put a bigger gap between themselves and the rest of the field. Once again, we'll have full standings available on the USBC social media channels coming up a little bit later this evening after all scores are finalized and tallied. Once again, a big thank you to all of you for joining us here. We look forward to bringing you Baker competition tomorrow morning, once again, 10:15 a.m. Eastern, 9:15 local time here at Bel Air Bowl. So we'll keep it short and sweet tonight. So once again, a big thank you to all of you for joining us here. We hope you continue to have a great holiday weekend. We hope to see you tomorrow once again for continued coverage here of the team match games. I'm Aaron Smith. Thanks again for joining us here on Bowl TV. Bowling lives here. Have a great evening.